What would happen if Monkey Meadow was a water map? Well, dudes, in today's video, that's exactly what we're going to be finding out. So we're obviously going to have to make this in the BTD6 map editor, and for the background, we are going to be using the water background. Now, as far as the path, I think I want to use this pathway. Actually, I'm going to use this pathway. I think this path works really, really well when you're like crossing over other pathways, because it doesn't look too janky. So now that we have our pathway selected, the next thing we need to do is we actually need to like make the actual Monkey Meadow pathway. All right, and for the most part, I think that should be an accurate representation of what Monkey Meadow would look like if it was like an actual pond. So now that we have the pathway, we have the background. Now we need to add a little bit of details to this. So the only question is, do we want to make this like an ocean version, or do we want to make this like a pond version? Because the difference between like making an ocean version would be like putting in an island, and then the pond version would be like throwing down a bunch of plants that you guys would see in a pond. So I think for this one, I'm gonna make this Monkey Meadow version a ocean version. So for the ocean version, like I was saying, let's go ahead and add ourselves an island up here. Actually, I'm not gonna use this island. Instead of using this island, I'm going to use this one because this one will have a little bit of grass. Now, the reason why I'm adding this island up here is because in the actual Monkey Meadow, there are tree branches up here in the top right, as well as the top left, and I believe in the bottom left as well. No, it's not the bottom left, it's the bottom right. So in order to like replace those trees, I'm going to add islands instead, because I think islands would look pretty cool here. All right, so we have the 3 islands in the background. Now I want to add a little bit of detail with some stamps. And with these stamps, I'll add a couple of like little sand thingamabobbers. I'm not sure exactly what these are called, but they like add a little bit of an effect and make it look a little bit better. So we'll do a couple more of these like this, and then we'll add a couple of grass effects. Actually, the grass effects are a little bit like wonky because like they're all randomized. Maybe if we do one here, we grab ourselves another one. We can do it like maybe over here. And we'll grab ourselves a couple more grass effects as well. All right, I think that should do it for grass effects. The next thing I wanna do, let me see. Because this is an ocean, let's go ahead. We'll add ourselves a couple of fishies. And with these fishies, we'll actually turn these fish into sharks, because I think sharks are pretty cool. So we'll add a couple of like big fish that are sharks, and we'll add ourselves a couple of medium fish, because there's plenty of fish in the sea. All right, I think that should about do it for all of the fish. Like I didn't add too many because I didn't want like the fish to like overwhelm the screen. So now that we've added all of those fish, the next thing we want to do is we want to add a little bit more effects to these islands up here, because right now they're looking a little bit bland. So in order to make them a little less bland, let's go ahead. We'll grab ourselves, where's the palm tree? There's a palm tree. So we'll do a 1 palm tree over here. We need to add a little bit of tilt action here. That way it looks a little bit better. And let's make it a little bit bigger as well. All right, so there's 2 palm trees over here. So with these palm trees, I want to make them a little bit bigger than usual, because I wanted this map to seem a little bit smaller than I usually make my map. Because usually I make my maps to where it seems like you're a little bit bigger, but this time I want the map to be a little bit zoomed in. And in case you guys didn't realize, I just realized that Ninja Kiwi added a copy function, right? If that's a copy function, they added a copy function. That's so cool. How did I not realize that Ninja Kiwi added a copy function to the map editor? That's actually kind of crazy. All right, so there we go. We have a couple of trees down there, and let's go ahead and we'll add some trees down here. That way we can actually see what the top of the palm trees look like. Because these palm trees up here, they look pretty big, but we can't really see them. There we go. I think that should about do it for the palm trees. Now that we have the palm trees, we want to add a little bit more effects up here, because right now this is looking a little bare compared to the other islands. So in order to add a little bit of effect, do we want to use like this, or maybe we'll do an effect like this? Not really feeling those ones. Maybe if we add like some grass. I don't know how I feel about this grass. I don't think it looks really good on the island. Not gonna lie, there's not too many effects to use here other than, oh wait, we can use the rocks. The rocks are always a really good effect, especially on islands. And I think that should about do it for the rock effects. Now that we have the rock effects, let's go ahead and check out some more props. I think I want to add like a big rock over here, and then I want to add some shrubs. All right, so there we go. We added a rock over here. I think I want to make this rock just a little bit smaller. Now, the islands up here in the like top right and the bottom left and then the top left, I didn't want them to really like have a big impact on the map. They're just more there for looks, because I want this map to be like a primarily focused on a water map, because we really don't have too many water map options that are strictly water. So obviously I will allow like a couple of land towers, but like I was saying, for the most part, I want only water towers to be placed on this map. Now we have all these placed, let's go ahead and give our map a try. Like I was saying, I wanted this to be a ocean map instead of like a lake map. So that's why I didn't use any lily pads or anything like that, because I feel like it really wouldn't add too much. But one thing we can add that I almost forgot about is we can go ahead and add a couple of shadows here. So we can add a shadow by this rock. We can add a shadow over here, even though we're not really going to see it. And then we'll add a shadow over here. And then by adding these shadows, it brings our map to life a little bit more. There we go. Now, is there anything else I could think of? We can add ourselves a couple of like starfish. I think a couple of starfish would look pretty well, or pretty good too. We can also add ourselves a couple of crabs, because I think we can also grab some crabs under the props options. I see now we have a crab here. Let's place one more crab over here. And there we go. I think that looks pretty good. And then we'll add one more crab down here at the bottom of the map. All right, so we brought the map to life a little bit. Like, there's not too much detail on this map, but when you look at the original Monkey Meadow, there's not really too much detail on Monkey Meadow. But I was just looking at our path, and I do want to change one thing with our path over here, because it's not as good as I would like it to be. I would like this path to be a little bit more squared up. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. And then let's also take a look here. Let's move this path over just a touch. It's a little bit too rounded for it to be like the original Monkey Meadow. And that looks much better. So now that we have our map all set up, let's go ahead and give it a shot. Now, this map shouldn't be too crazy hard. I think this map should be about as easy as Monkey Meadow is. So this is going to be the water version of Monkey Meadow. So obviously we're gonna have to start off with a monkey sub here, because we're not gonna be able to place anything other than monkeys or water towers. So we're gonna have to come up with a pretty solid strategy here. Obviously, I used Brickle Pickle as my hero. I almost wanted to use Pat Fussy, because Pat Fussy would have been another good hero to use. But the first thing we need to do is we need to make it past the first couple of rounds. And obviously, the monkey sub is a really, really good tower for this. So after we make it past the first couple of rounds, I want to grab myself my Brickle Pickle. That way we can start getting some levels on our Brickle Pickle. And guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of the water version of Monkey Meadow? Man, I'm actually really excited, because this is something that I've always wanted to do, is I wanted to make a tower or a map that was strictly revolved around water towers. Like, I know we have the extra map of Flooded Valley, but that map does have a little bit of land, and on top of that, like, you could go ahead and flood both sides of the river, which would make it a full water map. But other than that, like, that's like the only true full water map, because even though you can place land towers, the only towers that can really do damage are water towers. All right, so the next thing we need to do, we need to grab ourselves another monkey sub. And then with this monkey sub, we're going to be upgrading it up to Submerge Support. That way we can deal with Camo Balloons. And then after that, we're going to have to grab ourselves another tower to deal with Lead Balloon. Like, we do have our Brickle, which can deal with some Lead Balloons, but it can't deal with a high amount of them. So let's go ahead and upgrade our monkey sub. Actually, let's activate Brickle Pickles level 3, because round 21 can give our towers a little bit of problems. So now that we have our camo detection, the next thing we're going to need is a little bit of lead popping power. And I don't want to upgrade this monkey sub up to barbed darts and heat tip darts. Instead, let's grab ourselves a Monkey Buccaneer. So with this Monkey Buccaneer, we'll place it right here. Then we'll go ahead and upgrade it up to faster shooting. And then we'll grab double shots. Then we'll grab grape shots and hot shots. Actually, before we grab double shot, let's grab hot shots first, because I don't know if we'll have enough money if I buy double shot first. Actually, I know we won't. All right, so there we go. There's our hot shots. So now that we have our hot shots, but even if we weren't able to buy the hot shots, we do have Brickle Pickles level 3 that would allow our towers to deal with lead balloons. So the next thing we want to do is we want to grab our double shot. And then the real question is, do we want to go with Cannon Ship? I haven't used the Pirate Lord in a really long time, so maybe I'll go for the Pirate Lord this time. We shouldn't need to worry too much about camo balloons, because we do have our monkey sub. Maybe we'll do, let's see. We'll do Plutonium Reactor, but we'll wait until after round 40 to buy the plutonium reactor. First, we need to upgrade this monkey sub up to triple guns. Then we need to grab armor piercing darts. Then we need to grab longer range as well as advanced intel. Actually, what if instead of going for longer range and advanced intel, what if I went for barbed darts and heat tip darts? Because we're not able to use an MIB to buff our monkey sub, but then again, we do have Brickle Pickles, so we don't need to worry about lead balloons too much because we can always activate Brickle Pickles level 3. And with the sub commander, it's always better to go with longer range and advanced intel. All right, whatever. Let's just go for armor piercing darts and longer range with advanced intel. Man, I'm actually really enjoying this map. Like, I know it's like a super simple map that doesn't take very long to make, but it's still a really fun idea because this is, again, like I was saying, a map that I wanted in Bloons for a really long time that is strictly a water map. And it's not like a super hard map either. Let's go ahead and buy plutonium reactor, and then we'll grab twin guns, and then we'll grab airburst darts. There we go. Perfect. So now that we have all of this, the next thing I wanna do, let's go ahead and grab a cannon ship, and then we'll grab monkey pirates. Then after we grab monkey pirates, we'll start saving up for the pirate lord. Like, I almost want to go for sub commander, but maybe we'll go for sub commander after we buy pirate lord. All right, round 47, we'll grab our monkey pirates. And let me know, guys, do you guys know of any other maps that you guys would like to see turned into a water map? Like one map that I think would be really cool to try and like make into a water map is, what if we made like stream bed into a water map like before the bed like dried up? The only problem is that I don't know if I could like make something that looks like dinosaur bones. Actually, you know what? I think I could. It's just I would need to experiment with the rock balloons, rocks just a little bit. Then I think I could actually make a dinosaur bone. It would just take a little bit of finagling to actually make it work. Ooh, I think I just found my next map project. I think for my next map project, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do stream bed, except for instead of it being out of water, it's actually going to be a full river. And it'll have like dinosaur bones like sticking up out of the water. I think that would look really cool. Also, guys, if you guys have a map that you guys want to see me add a little bit of flair to, please feel free to let me know in the comments below, because I almost want to like redo town center to make it a little bit more of a flashy map. But then again, what if I like redid, well, I can't redo cubism because we don't have the background for it. Well, actually, I could do cubism and make it a little bit more, with a little bit more detail in the background, just using the same pathway. Ooh, I think that would actually be kind of cool. What if I made cubism into a water map? Man, I'm getting so many ideas. And now that Ninja Kiwi added the copy and paste function to the BTD6 map editor, things are going to get way easier now. I was wondering what the update was that Ninja Kiwi dropped a couple of days ago, and it was adding the copy and paste function. That's actually so cool that Ninja Kiwi actually listened to us and actually gave us that update. Oh, I almost forgot I need to buy the pirate lord. So now that we have the pirate lord, do we want to save? Actually, yeah, let's save for sub commander. And then after we buy sub commander, let's save for preemptive strike. I think we'll go all out on a monkey sub combo here. I almost want to buy carrier flagship, but I don't think we'll have enough money for carrier flagship. Actually, oh wait, no. We have a Brickle Pickles level 3, so we don't need to worry about DDT balloons. All right, so round 74, like I was saying, let's go ahead and buy our sub commander. And now that we have our sub commander, I'm kind of debating if I want to go for preemptive strike or if I want to go with a bunch of ballistic missiles. Like, I haven't done the ballistic missile strategy in a really long time, and plus I think the ballistic missile strategy actually got nerfed quite hard. So let's actually start saving up for a ballistic missile. I mean, we can't really go wrong with a ballistic missile. And how many times can I say ballistic missile in a single video? Yo, I haven't used Brickle Pickle in forever, dude. Like, I didn't realize that we could like place the big mines wherever we wanted to now. That's actually kind of crazy. Then how many big mines can we have? Can we only have like one? Oh no, we can have multiple. Dude, like, how long has this been a thing? Okay, so I feel like I've been out of touch for just a little bit. I had no idea that they changed it so we could actually place down multiple of a Brickle Pickles mines. The only question is, how long do they last? Like, do they last as long as we want them to? Or do they only last like a specific amount of rounds? Okay, so it looks like we can have a maximum of 3 mines on the screen at any given point in time. I mean, that kind of makes sense because if we had oh wait, no, they last a certain amount of rounds. Oh, that makes more sense. All right, we just need a little bit more money for our preemptive strike, and there's our preemptive strike. Perfect. So now that we have our preemptive strike, let's go ahead and buy ourselves a couple of these big bombs. And then let's go ahead and buy ourselves some more Mucky subs. And then with these Mucky subs, we'll grab ballistic missiles with twin guns. And amber starts. I almost forgot about the amber starts. Man, the preemptive strike with sub commander is so strong. All right, guys, so here we are on round 99, and I really didn't even have to do much. Like, I just spammed down a bunch of ballistic missiles, and our tower just went ham, man. I was going to grab this big mine, we'll activate this, and then we'll activate Brickle Pickles level 3, and there we have it, dudes. We easily dealt with this with this map. Well, it's kind of to be expected because, I mean, this is Monkey Meadow. It's just a water version of Monkey Meadow. So what do I want to name this? Let me see. Monkey Meadow. What? Or Monkey Meadow? Okay, so I think I'm just gonna name it that. All right, dudes, so if you guys want to play on Monkey Meadow, except it's a water map, just use this code that just popped up on screen right now. There you go, guys. So if you guys want to play on the water version of Monkey Meadow, there's the code. I went ahead and made it for you guys, so go ahead and have some fun. But that's gonna do it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys hit that like button, and I'll see you dudes in the next one.